So in today's episode, we will be discussing Anthony Gordon's future. Will he be leaving Newcastle United in the summer? So let's get into it, folks. Welcome back, everybody, to PoolieMagTV, the raw, unedited, unscripted NUFC fan channel where everybody's got an opinion and nobody's opinion's wrong. So you will now be seeing me horizontal for today. I do not have my tripod, but anyway, that doesn't make a difference. The content will be as good as ever. So, as I said, Anthony Gordon, we signed the lad for 45 million in January 2023. He went on to make 16 appearances, most of them off the substitutes bench, and scored on the last day against Chelsea away from home. His only goal of that half the season. Showed little glimpses, didn't he, of what he could do. And for me, for one, I was happy when Anthony Gordon joined Newcastle. I know a few of my friends were doubting Gordon for 45 million. I have a few Geordie friends at work, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know about that." But I was all over it because I'd watched him extensively for Everton, and Everton were rubbish at the time, and they still are rubbish, aren't they? And this lad was their local hometown hero, and he had a weight of a big club on his shoulders, a struggling big club. By no means, you know what I mean? That's no easy feat, is it? To be carrying Everton. The Scouse Mackems who think they're something they're not. They think they're Liverpool, don't they? And they're not. They had a great decade in the 80s, but other than that, apart from the 1995 FA Cup win, what have they actually done? They've done nothing in the Premier League, have they really, apart from the odd season under Moyes. But they think there's something they're not. So Anthony Gordon come to us, as you saw in the Newcastle Prime video, that Amanda Staveley was really, really pushing for this transfer. And I was over the moon that we got it. Now, like I say, when he first come, he looked a little bit lightweight, and he even admitted he just was not ready for Eddie Howe's style of training. But pre-season under his belt, he went away with the under-21s and performed magnificently, got player of the tournament, and come back a different guy. We'd signed Harvey Barnes that summer. Harvey Barnes then comes in. I was starting left winger. And Gordon was on the bench. Harvey Barnes gets injured against Sheffield United in the 8-0 win. And Anthony Gordon coming on turned that game on its head because it was quite a boring game for Newcastle up until Anthony Gordon come on. And then since then, since then he's done absolutely fantastic for us, hasn't he? He did great that season. He really did do great that season. But the end of last season, which was his first full season, we were struggling with PSR, weren't we? PSR's been an issue since the Saudis taken over. It really only got enforced when the Saudis took over to stop us from spending big and stop us infiltrating the big six. You know what I mean? It stopped us infiltrating really what the Sky Sports cartel, I like to call them. Not the Red Cartel, the Sky Sports cartel. The Tottenhams who could be rubbish for 10 seasons in a row, but they're still a big club. Arsenal who don't win out properly for about 20 years, but they're a big club. All at Chelsea who could be rubbish for 5 seasons in a row, but they're a big club. And it was all designed to stop us infiltrating that. In reality, if Sky Sports got their head out their asses and realised that having more clubs with people with more viewers, it would make them more money. But they don't really they don't like that, do they? Anything out of London and the Northwest, oh, that's it, we might as well be Scottish up there, mightn't we? They can't stand Newcastle, and the biased commentary proves that they can't stand Newcastle. They never have been able to. My dad always jokes they must have had a bet on us to win the league in 1995, 96. Now, I tend to agree with them because they really do hate us. And it's it's veiled, isn't it? It's not even a veiled hatred half the time. It's just upfront, in your face hatred and bias towards Newcastle. But anyway, moving back to that. So, we had PSR, and Anthony Gordon was touted to go to Liverpool, wasn't he? Now, I think this and Gareth Southgate playing the best left winger in England, best English left winger in the league, a matter of 5 minutes all World Cup, 10 wrecked his confidence. Anthony Gordon come back from the summer, not the same player he was the season before. Now, in flashes and in fits and starts, he's looked well. He's turned up in every game against Arsenal apart from the last one where he gave the ball away for their goal. But, you know, he's been a fantastic servant for us, and I really hope that he does stay. But there's just been signs from me, I think, that his head's turned a little bit. We've had rumours that he might go to Arsenal or Chelsea for 80 million. Now, I would want more than 80 million for Anthony Gordon. I'd want 100 million for Anthony Gordon. I don't want to sell Anthony Gordon, by the way. I really don't. I think it would be really daft of us to sell Anthony Gordon. But if the player's head's turned, because I don't know his performances. Some games he's looked up for it and he's got in with the crowd and he's doing all that jazz. But for me, his performances and his body language for most of the season just hasn't been great. It hasn't been great at all, you know. And that Liverpool move, he'll have been thinking, hey, why are they wanting to sell me? Plus, going to Liverpool, going back home, isn't he? He's a Liverpool fan from a child, so he would be going back home. But I just think, like, I don't know what to think on this one. Does he want to go, or has he just had one of them off seasons? At the near the end of the season, he was starting to pick up a little bit of form again, but I don't know. I think he's had his confidence rocked. For me, I don't think he has had his head turned. I really don't think he's had his head turned. But you just never know, do you? You just never know if he's had his head turned or not. And 80 million might sway us with, I know we say with PSR free or whatever, but we might not be PSR free, might we? We may not be. You just never know. And if he doesn't want to be here, I don't know if he doesn't want to be here. I'm just bandying it about. From little bits that I've saw this season, it's just not the same player. Is he happy in Newcastle still? Are Newcastle happy to sell? I don't know. I don't see many people covering this one, but it's just a topic that I want to talk about because I just don't think he's been the same player. I really don't think he's been the same player at all. And I think if the right bid comes in, he could go. I really do. I think Newcastle are ruthless enough now to sell players. Eddie Howe won't want to get rid of him, but if he has a replacement lined up, then why not? Why not? Why not sell him if he wants to leave? Now, if Anthony Gordon goes in there and says, look, fuck Chelsea, fuck Arsenal, I don't want to leave. I want to dedicate my future to Newcastle United. Keep him, because he's a class talent. But if he's not giving them signals and he's sort of and ahhing a little bit, get shot of him. Get shot of him. Like I say, I'm not behind the scenes. I've got no connection with the club. I'm not Craig Hope or, you know, the Magpie channel or people like that who have connections to the club. I'm not one of them. You know, I'm just a fan who observes people's body language and observes their performances. And I'm giving you my honest opinion that Anthony Gordon this season hasn't looked as interested as the season before. He doesn't look to have bought in as much as he did the season before. Now, I could, like I say, everybody can have an off time. I have off times all the time. When I go to work and I'm great for weeks on end, and then I go to work and I can't be bothered. You know, it's just life, isn't it? Some things might be going on at home, but I honestly believe that Liverpool, us touting them for a move, might have put a sour taste in his mouth. And it probably did, and I wouldn't blame him if it did. But anyway, what do you think about this one? Am I reading this wrong? Am I reading too much into it? Or do you think there's a little bit of traction in the rumours that Anthony Gordon could go? Anyway, if you like the content, I will be back with the tripod and the flag for my next video. So it'll not be horizontal. It will not be vertical, sorry. It will be horizontal, you know, so you can see it on your telly properly and it's not just half a screen. But it'll have to do for today. Needs must. A video must be created, and I have created the best video I possibly can under these circumstances. So on that note, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, keep it black and white, keep it PoolieMagTV, comment down below, hit like, subscribe, over and out.